as you can tell, I have so much to say that I'm speaking so fast that I forget to finish up my points because I just jumped to the next one. Let me finish up a couple of points that I made. When I was talking about, I don't know how they do it now, but I know that way back when they would teach people in their school, their ministry school, the Watchtower ministry school, they would teach people to make a gesture, and then they would, after they gave their talk, they would say, well, you did pretty good on the gestures, but when you say the whole world, you got to put out your arms and all this stuff. This is so mechanical, and when you watch the videos of the governing body now, they look like mechanical robots, because they're doing gestures and everything that are unnatural. It's so strange, man. This is weird crap. Do you think Jesus Christ would teach his disciples to do this kind of crap? Real people want people that are real. Phonies and hypocrites, they're attracted to actors, So this is what they got, And the other, I could talk more about that, but it's pretty, you understand what I'm saying. That's why they look so strange. There's one video of that one guy with his Masonic ring on, and he's talking about, and we care for the little children, and he's doing these gestures. I mean, it looks so satanic. It's like talking about pedophilia and stuff. That's what comes in your head, when you watch him. It's so creepy, man. It's really creepy is what it is. The other point I was trying to talk about is that way back when Robert King began, you see, before that, I was preaching on the internet, typing and stuff, and people thought I was a kook, probably like you do now, Anyway, there was like 5 major points, that are the foundation of Robert King's everything he does. They are his foundation. And he stole it all from me. Okay? If he stole something from somebody else, I hope they speak up. But his foundation he got from me, you see. All of it. Because everything I preached back then, it was so new and so strange to people. These XJWs who were trying to figure out what's going on. Most of them were just like, this Randy Waters guy. He was just like say, okay, you're homos and everything, just come with me, I'll help you out, and it's okay to be homo. And I started preaching on his thing, and he was saying, don't stop, you better stop preaching to Jesus on my channel, And just weird crap, these people I had to deal with. And anytime I came out with something that was really good, I mean, these major things I'm talking about, I could explain more to you, but for just sake of time, I'm going to tell you that they were so way out there. I mean, in that time, people thought of that, because anything that's new, they think, oh, this is strange, it's always been that way in history. New ideas seem strange at first. So I could tell, I could tell that he had lifted all of what I was saying, not all of it, but all of what he had was from me. I think there was one thing that he didn't steal from me. Yeah, there was one thing. And I asked somebody about that. And I said, well, that's pretty good that he got that there. And they said, yeah, but he stole that from me. And they said, what was a sister? She told me his name, the guy that he stole it from. I don't know who it was now. I can't remember. But anyway, that's what it was, that's what I knew positively, that he had stolen it. He never gave an explanation of how he came to that realization, because he realized it from reading it on the internet from other people, not from himself. Nothing is from ourselves. Everything is from God anyway. So I'm not trying to claim anything. It's not mine. It's God's. But I can't stand when Satan keeps taking the things of God and claiming he's the angel of light. That's the only part that hurts me. I was happy when I first saw Robert King have that stuff. I thought, thank God, I was really in joy, I think, thank you, Father. Somebody's finally believed what I've been saying, And then he tells me I have an organic brain disease. And then I see him teaching all this falsehood about, oh, the mark of the beast is just symbolic, you know. The Jehovah's Witnesses and Jehovah's Witnesses teach that the mark of the beast means that if you're a part of the world, if you're not in their organization, then you have that. It's a symbolic thing. It's not symbolic. The Bible says no man could buy or sell unless they have the mark of the beast. You know, so a lot of people are waking up. A lot of people are getting aware. I'm not talking about watchtower people or XJWs. I'm talking about the whole world is becoming aware of what's going on. Who rules this world? Alex Jones did a lot of work, and he was snuck into Bohemian Grove and showed these devil worshippers, all the big men of the world, Nixon, Reagan, Ford, Dick Cheney, Bush, all the Bushes. They're parts of that secret skull and bone society. He exposed all of that, how they worship this big owl god, Molech, and they do this mock child sacrifice. Come to find out, they dig up graves around the whole area. There's these little kids that they find dead, you know, that they sacrificed. These devil worshippers are so evil. They even drink blood. They actually eat the child's flesh that they kill. Murder. Can you imagine having these Satanists all around you and what these children had to go through? You know, and this stuff is real, man. Just like in the Old Testament, making their children pass through the fire. These devil worshippers do this garbage today. Yeah, and that's what Alex Jones went in there, snuck there, and took the photos to show the whole world. That's why he's a great man for doing that. And I can't see. I even forgot what I'm talking about. You know. But yeah, they rule the world. They've snuck into all the religions now. I can document it. The Jews who invented the Kabbalah, who want to have their Messiah and their kingdom over there in Jerusalem and rule the whole world. Satan is their god. They were turning demons ever since they left the land of Egypt. And they invented Freemasonry to do their work. You'll read about it in the protocols of the learned elders of Zion, which is not a forgery, which is coming true. Everything is coming true. You know, they adjusted a little bit because they didn't know about the technology maybe and things coming up. But yeah, it's basically all there, their whole plan. And it's not only there. Rabbis have talked about that same plan. It's right underway. My videos will talk about it. So this is what's going on these days, you know. Russell was a great Zionist, you know. Said he was a Freemason. I am a free and accepted Mason, you know. That he doesn't work in cement, folks. He wasn't a brick builder. No, there's only one group that are called free and accepted Masons. Of course, then they try to hide it, and he says, well, you know, try to separate him from that group. He said, I'm not going to say anything against, because the hall that we're in is a Freemason hall, and we love our Freemason brothers, you know, and if you want to go to that, that's fine, you know. Read the whole thing of what he said. How would you like to be one of these Knights Templars and rule for 1,000 years, you know? It's garbage. They really think they're going to rule for 1,000 years, you know? And, it's just amazing, and it's all there. Anyway, so you really have to be careful of religion, you know. I think the Jesus movement, they didn't have a lot of the doctrine right, but they had the right spirit of it, man. You know, that the spirit of freedom. The spirit, they were getting back to the earth. They wanted to be in touch with God. They had communes and stuff, you know, long hair and beards. It was looked like biblical, you know, and they knew about Jesus. So there was a lot of good stuff going on back then, which I didn't know about at the time. I was so young, you know. But they had the right spirit, you see. That's why the music of the 60s was so powerful. It was so good and united a whole generation, you know. Jimi Hendrix spoke about, I see hands and faces and reaching up but not quite touching the promised land. I hear pleas and desperate whispers saying, "Oh Lord, please give us a helping hand." You know, people didn't know about it, but Jimi Hendrix was building an electric church, you know. And that's what the church, see, the people really in the know, they knew that, they knew what was going on. And yeah, and Jimi Hendrix started off with Foxy Lady and all that garbage, you know. You know, maybe probably to get a record contract or whatever, or, you know, whatever it is, you know. But they became famous, and then they started turning the whole world with them. The peace and love, you see, that's what Jesus preached. Not oppression and slavery. Which brings me to another thing. You know, people think that there's only one group of angels that are in prison. The rest are free, man. Those that sinned against God, they're in a sort of a prison, you know. But the rest of the angels are free. You know, it's only when you do a crime that you're put in prison. And the Jehovah's Witness religion is a prison. But Christ set us free, you see. But if you want to be with the devil and you want to be free, you know, you don't got nothing, man. You have death to look forward to. That's all. That's why these XJWs trying to say, "Oh, get out of the organization, get out of there." But where? Where go to? They say, "Oh, go back to the world." No, that doesn't give you nothing, you know. So anyway, I think I'm going to halt this right now. Have a good night.